Hello again, everybody. I hope you're all doing well and you had a good day today. Now, I was looking at Seesaw again. Rosco was too. Now, before we start, we have some great work coming in on Seesaw, but have a look at Roscoe's face. Schnauzers are known for having a kind of a cross face, kind of like a bit like an angry old man. And I have to say, Roscoe is a little bit cross today. Do you know what he's cross about? Children in 4th and 5th class not using capital letters. Would you say he's right to be cross with that? So that's just something I want to talk to you about today. Just because you're typing on a screen does not mean that you don't use the same, I suppose, care with your work that you would in class, okay? You know that capital letters always go at the beginning of a sentence. You know that we always use a capital letter for the word I when we're talking about I, and you know that we use capital letters for lots of different types of names, like names of places, days, months, titles of books. So you know this, and the only reason you're not using it is because you're rushing your work. So don't do that unless you want to see the cross Roscoe face. Now, that's 4th and 5th class. There was a little bit, not a cross face for this one, but in 4th class, please remember, if you are answering a question in maths that involves meters or centimeters, you have to write meters or centimeters beside your answer, because if you don't, it's wrong. So please, just because you're at home doesn't mean you're not to be careful. So be careful with capital letters, careful with remembering to write the units of measurement in your maths lessons, okay? Now, that said, he also is a very happy dog because there was great work on Seesaw today. So I saw some great history work in a variety of things. Some of it was the KWL charts, some of it was the facts, some of it was talking about the workhouse photo, or, well, it's a drawing, not a photo, isn't it? So great work in there from Juliana again, and from Zoe, and from James, so well done on that. Lots of really good work in maths. So I saw Fia was doing her maths and she was quite careful with her work. Haley, Aya posting some great maths work today, and Hannah too. So well done to all those people who posted maths. And like I said, lots of other people posted maths as well, but I can't kind of list off every single thing you did. So in English, Matthias has been working on his up and running book. So you posted some work there, Matthias. Well done. I was pleased to say hello. See this? The problems of working from home. So he was posting some great stuff there. Well done. I saw some interesting story plans in. I know Clara Rose is working on hers, and I saw one in from Orla and one from Fia as well. I saw a few people beginning their stories and posting that, so well done to Cole. Cole decided to write his like a film script. Would you leave me alone? He decided to write his as a film script, and Ollie, you started off your one about McDonald's as well, so that was great. A lot of people very impressed, by the way, about how hard you're working with Irish. Well done. Riley was working very hard there. I saw Irish work from Yash and from Jamie, so thank you for posting that. And I've also seen some more Irish in from Elias, and well done to Cian. I saw yours coming in too. And then I suppose one that I shared for all of you was Alva and Elijah's diorama. I asked them if they could if I could share it, and they replied to me and said yes. So I just wanted you to see what their one looked like. And just remember, anytime if you have a piece of work that you think you did a really, really good job on, you can write on it, Niall, please share this, and then I will. Now, can't really be sharing a bit of work from everybody every day, so maybe if you picked 1 or 2 things in the week that you really, really liked, you could ask me to share them, and then the rest of the class can see. And when I do that, for the rest of the class, if you see nice work that somebody has done, you can post a really nice comment on it. I noticed today that Juliana posted a really nice compliment on Alva and Elijah's work, so that's something you can do. Now, main reason for this message is to talk about our collaborative writing for next week. So thank you to the people who answered the survey, and the results of the survey are in. The type of story that won was a fantasy. So a fantasy would often involve, witches, wizards, monsters, magic, kings, queens, castles, talking animals. anything like that. So that's the story we're going to write next week. We're going to write a fantasy story. People voted that it should have 3 main characters. So now there can be lots of other little small minor characters who crop up, but there's 3 main people in it. And the last thing you decided was that it would have a cliffhanger ending, which is really cool because that kind of means that maybe then we can do a sequel. So that's what our story for next week is going to be. It is going to be a fantasy story with 3 characters and a cliffhanger ending. If you didn't answer those questions today, that's fine. You can still do the story next week if you want, but remember, you have to decide what time of the day or week you're writing, and you have to tell me that by Friday. If you haven't got that into me by Friday, then I won't be putting it on your seesaw. So just make sure you do that. So what you're going to do today, and I'm going to write it down below. Today, if you want to do that story, what you're going to do today is you're going to make up a character. Just one. So you're going to make up one character. You could say my character is a wizard. This is his name. This is how old he is. This is what he looks like. These are his powers. Okay? Or, you know, your character could be a queen. It could be an ogre. It could be a witch. It could be a talking animal. But you're going to have to give me a bit of information on them. Name is important. What they look like. And maybe a bit about what they do. What sort of things they do. Then what we're going to do on Friday, I'm going to put up those characters and we're going to vote which are the 3 that go in the story. Because it's important to know before we start the story who the characters are. So that means that maybe the character that you devise might not end up being one of the characters we use, but that's okay. That's what happens when you're doing a collaborative thing. Sometimes you kind of make compromises and you say, okay, well, we won't use my idea this time, we'll use it the next time. So that's for today. If you want to do the story next week, you are to make up a character. Remember, this doesn't have to be a very long piece of writing. It's just name, tell me what they look like, tell me a little bit about them. Okay? And that's what I will be showing to the other children on Friday for them to vote on. Alright? So, hope you get on well with that, and I'll chat to you tomorrow about the vote. Bye bye.